single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hello guys, how's everybody doing today? I hope you guys are having a great week. And today I wanted to make how to figure it out your max allowable offer. If you don't know what max allowable offer is basically means what is the maximum that you can offer to a seller based on your information that you have. So I know that sometimes we're going to go and look at properties and we're trying to figure out like how much can I offer this person in order for to make it a deal. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And what I personally do whenever I get a seller contacting me, the first thing that I do is I check out the area and then I find out what are the properties are selling for in that specific area. Once I find that out, I start looking at comparables. So basically what I start doing is I start looking at comps and I start putting together what this property sold for, what that property sold for, and what this property sold for. And then once I do that, what I also do is I look at what is active at the moment and how long has that been active. All of that information, what it does, it helps me determine what is the after repair value. So in order for you to identify first what is your maximum allowable offer, first we need to figure out what is the ARV on the property. So what is the after repair value? What is the value of the property? That's what that means. Once we have that number, I go ahead and write it down. So like let's say that a property is worth $100,000, for example. So what I do is I will go and I will write down, okay, so the property is worth $100,000. Then when I go to my appointment, I start figuring out the repairs. So that's what I will do next. I'll go into the property, I'll start walking around it, and then what I do is I start looking at it and I said, okay, so we need a roof, we're going to need a new kitchen, how is the plumbing? I look at every little detail that we have on the property so I can determine what is going to cost to repair that property, because I'm going to need that number in order for me to figure out my max allowable offer. Okay, so then I finish up and then I write down all my numbers, and then once I'm finished with that, what I do is I add them up. Okay, so once I add them up, I write down, like let's say that this property needs, I don't know, maybe $20,000 in repairs. So I write down $20,000 in repair. Boom. So then I have my numbers for my after repair value, and now I have my repair cost. So now I have both. Then with those two numbers, I put them on the side, and what I do is I ran a formula. My formula is ARB times 0.70, which 0.70 is basically me saying I want a 30% discount on whatever the value of the property is. So I'm making sure that I give myself 30% off on top when I'm going to look at these properties. Why do I give myself a 30% discount? Because I want to make at least 20% profit of the after repair value. And then I'm counting 10% for all my closing costs, guys. Because closing costs can get, once you start breaking down the numbers, it gets very close to 10%. So I just do a flat 10%. That way I'm in a safe position. So what I do is the formula again, I do ARB times 0.70, which gets me my 70% off. I mean my 30% off. I wish I could get 70% off. I get 30% off. the property and minus the repairs. So with those three numbers, what it does, it gives me my maximum allowable offer. So first, you're going to need to figure out what is your ARV. Once you figure out your ARV, then we gotta figure out your repairs. And then once you figure out your repairs, we're going to do our formula, which is ARV times 0.70 minus repairs, and that's going to give you your max allowable offer. Now if you're wholesaling, let's say that you are going to wholesale the property, what I do is I subtract my assignment fee that I'm going to be making for that specific deal. So I calculate and say, okay, I can potentially make 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, whatever the number is on this one. So what I would do is I will still use the formula. I will do ARV times 0.70 minus the repairs minus my assignment fee, and that's going to give you the number that you need to offer to your seller, guys. So it's pretty simple. You do have to do some studying, as far as you have to understand at the repair value, and you also have to understand repairs. So slowly is going to come very, like, to me it's very natural at this point. I just go look at a property, and since I have rehabbed so many properties at this point, I know exactly what everything pretty much costs. So I don't have that that issue anymore. Going to get our little calculator, and we're going to put on it 100,000. Okay, then remember that we want a 30% discount on the property, so we're gonna multiply that times 0.70. That's 10%, so that gives me $70,000 there. With that $70,000, our next step is to deduct the repairs. So we're going to go ahead and deduct the repairs. So let's say that this house has let's say it's a pretty decent house and it only needs like $15,000 to repair it. So we're going to do minus 15,000. That gives me 55,000. So what this means is that I have to, my max allowable offer up to this point, it's $55,000. Okay, but remember that maybe on this one I want to wholesale it. So if I want to wholesale it, I want to make an assignment fee of $5,000, for example. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to deduct the $5,000, and that's going to give me $50,000, guys. So that means that when I go to my seller, I have to say, Mr. Seller, the most that I can pay for your property today, it's $50,000. So this is basically how you will make the offer to your sellers and let them know, hey, you know, I have run my numbers and this is where I'm at, and this is what I can you know, pay for the property. I can close quickly. I can make I can even pay for your closing costs, and then you're going to get cash in your bank account, $50,000, guys. So that's pretty much how you figure out how to offer to make an offer to your sellers, guys. So remember, you will need your ARV. You will also need how much you need in repairs. We want to deduct 30% off because that's 20% for profits, and then 10% for your closing. And then if you're assigning it as well, make sure that you put your assignment fee for that. Okay, guys? So I hope this video helped you guys to figure out what is your maximum allowable offer. And if you have any questions, please put them on the description below so I can answer for you guys. And until then, guys, don't be afraid to make offers to your sellers. Always make an offer. Whenever you go to the houses, make your offers, then be prepared for what you're going to do. because that's where you go in there for. You're going there to make an offer. So by you understanding what is your maximum allowable offer, it's going to help you with getting more deals on the contract, guys. All right, so I'll see you guys, and let me know if you guys have any